we'll have this discussion.
Discussion? What discussion?
This is a discussion combustion.
Coming to you from Denver, Colorado, this is Discussion Combustion Podcast with your hosts, Kevin Batstone and Arthur Raw.
Wherever, but yeah, the sugar addiction, that's for real.
Oh my god, I was just reading about, this has nothing to do with sugar, but Ozempic, you know what it's freaking made out of?
No.
What's the Komodo dragon? Not that one, but like it's the cousin.
Of the Komodo dragon.
The
the venom?
spike
The
tank.
stuff?
Yeah, it's made from their venom.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to, isn't it like for diabetes?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a diabetes medication.
But people are losing weight
But
on
like celebrities got a hold of it, so everyone's like, "Oh, it's a weight loss drug." But now people are getting breast cancer, thyroid cancer. Their eyes are rotting in their skulls.
Yeah, what's
From
What?
Ozempic?
From Ozempic and
Really?
Wegovy.
And it's only been like a year or two they've been on this shit, huh?
Gut rot and
I'm like,
everything.
and it's black box warning for medular something. I don't know, some medical thing.
Wow.
But yeah, it's crazy.
That's kind of
I'll just stay
concerning.
fat.
That is. Yeah.
I'll just stay
Just hit the
fat.
gym is fine.
I mean, it's better than having your eyes rot out.
Yeah,
I
I mean, I already have cataracts. I can't
Oh,
be messing
shit.
out with the
Oh,
nonsense.
wow.
Do you have cataracts?
What?
You have cataracts?
My mom has it, so I'm like,
Oh, you see, you're like, it's
Oh,
coming.
He's
yeah,
like, I'm on my way.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, the food, all that stuff, the poison that's in it. You know, I know they're trying to get the dyes out of it. I saw that they did something with
They
that
just
yesterday.
did. Yeah, they just
They just did
FDA
one.
said that they can't.
Yeah.
So like M&Ms and like Sour Patch Kids, they can't use those dyes anymore.
Like the
Yeah.
red and blue.
And they
I
should.
think.
Yeah,
because
which I
it
think's a
was
good
nasty.
thing.
Yeah. Right.
It's being linked to something.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So
we
it's
are,
just, what's just they're going to use like
there's a way to do
sweet
like
potatoes
natural
Yeah.
or
The
like
beetles?
beets
Yeah,
or
from
something.
There's like this
From the
little bug in
Starbucks.
India that they
Yeah.
use for
The
makeup,
red.
and they'll like grind it up and make a pigment out of it. But they'll use that in food too.
I guess that's a good segue then into what you guys do. We got two wonderful people here in the studio, episode 292, Color of Fashion.
Woo! Hello. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Yes,
thanks for being
welcome.
here.
We're excited.
We've already been having fun off mic, so
Yeah.
we're rolling now, guys.
Yeah. This has been good. So all the listeners know how the connection happened.
Shout out Miranda.
Miranda, yeah, we got to give a shout out to her.
Boy, she's a
And then-
badass, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
so
is.
you all both know her.
Absolutely, yeah.
We had her on, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, something like that. Did you guys go to that event that she did?
I
It's
don't
like
think
on a
I
Wednesday.
did.
Which
We
event?
couldn't be there because
On
we
a
were here.
Wednesday? No.
Yeah.
Oh, probably not.
No,
Yeah.
it was definitely
I was
not
at
a
work.
weekday event, unfortunately.
Yeah,
If
we
it's
didn't
not
make it.
Saturday at 7 p.m., I won't be there.
That's good.
Agreed.
Honestly, anyone who is like, if you're single and you're scheduling dates, if you do it earlier than like 7 p.m., like, what are you doing?
It's kind of a rookie move, I think.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
too early.
Can't.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
coffee
That's-
dates.
I gotta have that sun out of the way if I'm going on a date.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't want that there.
No daylight.
I want dim, moody ambiance.
Yeah.
None
So
of
is
that
there truly makeup that is better in the day and then nighttime makeup?
I don't think any ones are like better. I think that nighttime you can get away with doing a lot more. Just
Okay.
because you're not
Under the
in
lights.
natural light, you can see everything. But in like, club lighting, maybe like a dim restaurant, even like outside walking around, you can get a full beat. Nobody will say anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, because my wife, I'm kind of married, not too
Newlyweds.
Yeah,
How long?
somewhat, but I still want to like call her my girl because I never thought I was gonna be married. So it's like it feels weird saying
Yeah.
my wife. However, she like is like, oh no, if I'm going out there in the daytime, like I can't be doing these darker colors for makeup. And so I have two experts in here, and I was wondering how like valid that like train of thought was.
Yeah, less is more in the daylight.
Okay.
And when you're a daywalker, but yeah, when you're
daywalker.
skulking around at night, I mean, paint up like a clown, do whatever you want. Glitter looks better at night too.
Oh, I can see
Yeah,
that.
but then it's everywhere. Like,
Yeah,
the next day you'll
exactly.
find it in like the closet. It's like, how'd that get in there?
Yeah.
It's glitter. It's illegal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it illegal?
I don't know.
There's like
officially,
certain
but-
Yeah.
types that they
Really?
that cosmetics companies won't put in because if they do, a lot of people won't buy it because they end up microplastics microplastics in the ocean. And
Oh, wow.
if it's
It's
not
a
vegan and
forever.
clean for the earth, nobody wants it.
Yeah.
That's why all these brands are doing clean makeup now.
Okay.
It's a competitive market space, right? Like there's a lot of celebrity endorsements and designers and a lot of stuff that's way over my realm of knowledge.
Well, and after like the 2016 YouTube makeup guru like boom that we had, everyone is a makeup brand owner now. Like all the influencers have their own brands. Brands
White
have done
labeling.
influencer collabs and like brand deals with them. So I think just with everything happening that with social media in the last like decade, it just really opened it up and gave a lot more people different ways to get into the industry. Because I feel like it was a lot more closed off in like the like 80s, 90s, early aughts and everything. So
It's on my
like a
side
lot more
too.
people can.
It's on my side too. So I'm hair and Kyle's makeup.
Yeah.
But a lot of the products and a lot of the background of it, they've put a lot of like makeup techniques and tools and ingredients into hair care now too. So
Which I
they've
think is
diversified.
super cool.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
makes it easier for a brand to be able to like do multiple products with like 6 ingredients.
Yeah. So do you both use like the same brand for your hair products and the makeup products? Like they make both?
Officially no, but
What brands do you use?
so none of my hair care brands do currently. Nope, none of them do currently. But like there are a few segments that are pushing into the makeup, but also there are just additives and ingredients that are inside the silicates and things have made it into my side of the world. So
Okay. So you're like the hair expert, and then you're on the cosmetics side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, makeup. I don't really do a lot of aesthetics because I'm not licensed in it, but
Oh, okay.
I can tell you which serum will make your skin pop.
Okay.
How do you go? So licensing? How does that work? How do you have to go about that?
Well, with makeup, it's a little bit difficult. You can essentially go and get an esthetician license, which is skin work. But there's not, I think it's maybe like I've never gone to it, but there's maybe like a week or two of like color theory and like face shapes and like all that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
Not really like enough time to learn what you need to learn to like do it successfully. And they don't do anything with like ingredients or like what works for what. So a lot of artists out there that are just doing makeup are just doing it on like certification bases. So like I work for MAC Cosmetics, they put me through training and I get certified through their pro artists. So that kind of gives me a little bit of a leg up, but depending on the state you work in, you really don't have to be licensed to work as a makeup artist. You can kind of just jump into it and like learn as you go. Like I'm fully self-taught. I have, except for the last maybe 4 years with MAC. Everything up until that point was just something I learned either on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube.
Yeah.
That grainy picture was, I mean, all we had, but we learned what we learned, and
It's helpful.
yeah, and just like playing on my friends, playing on myself, getting to do cool shows and like learn new stuff from like the artists around me.
Yeah, so getting involved with it. That's definitely interesting because, even like with hair, so there's so many layers to like how to get things. Do you need a certification? Can you just get hired based upon experience? Like, that's why it really does help to know a couple people and
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
and like actually going to networking events and like trying to just rub shoulders with the right people. Where are both of you from?
I'm from here, from Colorado.
Okay, nice as well.
Native.
As well, nice to have you here.
I was born in San
Very nice.
Francisco, but
Okay.
I came here when I was like 5, so I consider myself a native.
We'll count you.
I don't
Yeah.
remember
That's fine.
anything
Yeah.
over there.
We'll count you.
So, yeah.
And how long y'all been in the
here.
industry?
I'm going on 15 years.
Oh wow.
I'm around about 15,
Wow,
16
okay.
years.
So we're dealing with some seasoned veterans here.
Officially.
Season, yeah.
Unofficially.
Congratulations.
Unofficially, probably another 15 years.
Couldn't tell
Okay.
from this skin though, right?
No, looking good. I was gonna ask you, like, does sunscreen help
Yes.
with wrinkles?
Yes.
So,
yes.
like,
it helps
so
with everything.
If I just do
Really?
like a little sunscreen in the morning, and should I put it everywhere or should I just?
So you're gonna want to do like 2 things if you already have the wrinkles. You're gonna want to get a
Okay.
retinol with an O, not a retinol with an A.
Okay.
So retinol.
Oh.
You can get one that's just specifically like an under eye or an eye cream, so that takes care of like the wrinkles that are already there. To prevent new ones or the ones that are there from getting worse, SPF.
SPF.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think every man, woman, and child should use SPF and retinol.
Okay.
And what SPF number does that matter?
It depends on your complexion. I use like 75 to 100 because I'm super pasty.
So I probably want to be in there too.
Yeah.
I
But
don't-
they have them for like 10 to.
So like 100.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's even more than 100, but
Probably.
I
if
think
you go
we haven't
into
gotten
Korean skincare.
that, yeah.
You get,
Or
like-
like dermatologists recommended stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of a marketing scheme, though, isn't it? When they say that. Like it's like the ADA approved this, the dermatologist approved that. People are like, oh, that's a marketing tool, right? If they say it's good, it must be good.
Oh yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on your market and who you're trying to sell to. I'm terrible at using sunscreen.
You
Gotta use it.
I mean, it's just terrible. I get
especially here
wrecked.
in Denver, being a mile up, like
Yeah.
we're so close to the
The
sun.
UV rays are hitting
gotta-
you
It's going to catch
all the
up to
time.
me.
To go through a hat, like I wear a bucket hat on a walk. And so like it's, even though I'm shaded, I'm
UVs are still hitting you.
Because
Really?
they bounce off of stuff and hit you.
Yes.
That's why, like, when you're snowboarding, you get wrecked, right?
Yeah.
Because it's, like, off the snow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then everyone also says that they don't need to wear a sunscreen on like overcast. It's literally
Yeah.
being reflected through the water in the clouds.
Yeah.
So it's like even worse on those days.
On overcast
Even though
days.
you don't feel it like beating
Doesn't
on
hurt
you.
You could still get a sunburn though on an overcast day.
Oh yeah.
Some of the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you didn't notice.
Because you're overlooking it, right?
Yep. Because you woke up that day, it was chilly outside, or there wasn't any sun, so you're like, I'll skip the SPF today.
Yeah.
But you can't.
I just
Every
need I need to
day.
get it in my routine. Maybe I just need to like leave it out like in the morning, so then like I remember to
Oh
use it.
yeah. You don't have like a little. Your wife doesn't have a little like tray or something with her skincare in it on the counter.
Well, we keep really clean, minimalized. Like that's kind of like.
Oh, okay.
So we usually put things in the drawer. We got some stuff out.
Yeah.
And like we can make exceptions for.
I'm like, as long as the
Yeah.
SPF, if that's the only thing you keep out, so you remember it, do it.
that and
Yeah,
the
for
hand
sure.
soap, right?
Yeah. Please wash your hands.
You
yeah.
got to wash your hands. Yeah. And sanitize.
It's sanitizer.
Yeah. COVID's still there, right?
know.
He needs the hand sanitizer.
I guess it's
still.
measles now, though.
Oh, the
joy.
measles are back?
Yeah, I was just reading before we went on. There's a
Unfortunately.
second confirmed case here in Denver.
Right.
So, but we got to be careful go down this road because YouTube gets a little dicey when we
Yeah.
talk medical stuff.
We are not medical professions, and everything said on this program is an opinion.
That's right.
you.
That's
Yes.
our
We
quick
concur.
disclosure there.
That's our disclosure.
We concur.
Yeah, it gets dicey out there when you start
It
talking
does.
about stuff. They'll
Oh,
label it as
yeah.
misinformation. It's like I'm just a guy that wears
just
cowboy
cut
boots
it
and likes to
down.
talk to people. I don't know shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes I just talk.
Yeah.
And it's like self-experience.
Right. That's how it should be, though, right?
Yeah.
Sharing stories, moments, memories, things of that nature. So, I mean, as long as you've been in this industry, I'm sure you guys have some stories to tell about some wild interactions with, being out in the marketplace or having some customers come in. I mean, there's got to be some stories that stand out.
I feel like you'd have more crazy ones than me.
Is hair crazier? Or?
I feel like hair is way crazier.
So,
I feel like there's a lot more
Not for me.
permanent damage that can happen.
Because
not absolutely not.
because
for
you are
us.
what you attract. So I don't
believe
attract
in
the
that.
crazies. They see the resting bitch face and they're like, no. So I don't actually have any of those. Of course, yes, you can make people's hair fall out pretty quickly
Oh,
if you're not paying attention to what you're doing.
with
It's
like
not
the
hard.
coloring and stuff.
Yeah, with your kid. I mean, or you could just be doing too much and cut too many things in the wrong spot, and
Things can go
now you
sideways.
gotta slope when you should have had a straight line and all of that. But yeah, you can definitely fry some things, make some evacuation moments happen pretty quickly. In a good 20 minutes, you can make some hair.
Wow.
The hair is it's
You can make
it's
it
an
happen.
evacuation moment of hair.
Yes,
Okay.
Everybody out.
it's like ooh, we call it in the industry chemical cuts. Like you can. Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
you
Chemical
can make
cut?
some things happen. Yeah,
Wow.
because the chemicals are caustic, and so I like to say that they eat through hair. I mean, there's a focus of why they're in the hair in
Yeah.
the first place, but they're there too long, then they will eat whatever is around.
So it's a race against the clock.
It is a knowledge of the clock
Okay.
Yeah.
and a race
Ooh,
against your own
good.
timing.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's well said.
So,
Yes.
I love
Yeah, that's
that.
intense.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good.
It's like chemistry almost.
it is exactly chemistry.
Wow.
It is exactly
I don't-
chemistry.
I don't think I have any crazy stories. Nothing really. I mean, like worst
You're in
case
the mall.
scenario, I'm in the mall. It's Cherry Creek. It's just like rich white women and their sugar daddies.
Oh, at Cherry Creek Mall?
So yeah,
It's right in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
yeah. So it's not like I mean,
You have a sugar daddy.
Worst case
story,
scenario.
maybe.
Sugar daddies.
I mean they'll just come in. I really would love to know how these women do it. Obviously, it's probably like 90% looks, which I don't have the same as them. But I would love to be able to have just some crusty old man that just wants to talk to me, walk into a store and spend 2 G's on me. They literally will
Yeah.
just hand over credit. The girls, I'll walk around with 2 baskets and the girls are just putting stuff in it.
Really?
They don't care what the price is. They don't
Not
care
at
what they're
all.
doing with it. They just want it because it's a name brand and they will get it.
Wow. Living that luxurious life.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah,
I'm a service
I've
worker.
definitely had a sugar daddy come and pay a bill for a client
Okay.
for sure. He
Okay.
just showed up, pay the bill, and leave. Sweet guy.
It's a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
Really nice
relationship.
guy.
Yeah.
Crack jokes, like your grandpa vibes. And he just come pay the bills. And and he'd move on his way.
Beautiful.
And
A
there
beautiful
was
love story.
Yeah.
Nothing else to
Modern
discuss.
day love story.
It feels good. It feels good to be able to provide, take care, but in some of these situations, you kind of wonder, like, what is someone's happiness level? If you're going to the mall, you're throwing all this stuff in, you don't even see the value of it, right? Like, so it's like, because when you have to, like, save up, for example, like, I've been saving up for a while. I've never had a true gaming PC. I've been kind of a gamer, and I just bought one. Like, I'm so excited for that because I understand the value of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I couldn't just go
He's pretty excited.
get it thrown in the bag.
Wait, side note, which one'd you get?
I got, like, a Costco one. I'm, like, kind of I'm a little sus about it, so I'm going to see, like, how it arrives.
A Costco gaming console?
Yeah.
But, like, is it like an Xbox, a PS2?
No, it was a PC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, like
Wait,
it-
Costco brand? Kirkland PC, huh?
Well, it's like it's a different type. It's a name brand PC. I forget
Okay.
which one.
But you just got it at Costco.
Yeah.
No, that's
and they got an
great.
awesome return policy. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get,
Yeah.
like, insurance and stuff from Costco, too, right?
Yeah, 90 days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're fine.
Beautiful.
Pretty good return policy.
Yeah, so
But yeah,
the value.
Yeah, I grew up poor, so like any dollar I spent, I knew exactly what it meant.
Exactly.
And I kind of like kept that. I do well for myself now. Obviously, I work 3 jobs and I'm pretty successful in like my craft and everything. But I mean, even so, like seeing numbers in my bank account, like I know exactly what, like a $50 lipstick. I'm like, that's 3 pairs of shoes from this place, or like that's a grocery list over here.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. I always equate it to other stuff. So when women walk in, they're just like dropping G's on G's on G's. I'm like,
you're like, oh my
you
gosh.
just paid my rent for 6 months with
Right.
this one pair of shoes. I could never.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
would love to. I would love to be like that. But my parents were not great off.
Yeah, but you learn the value of a dollar and how to budget.
Yeah, oh,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, that's the other thing. People just recklessly spend, rack up the credit card debt. That's tomorrow's problem, right?
Yeah. Well, especially now in this recession coming in, I'm like, now I'm glad that I know how to do that stuff.
Yeah. It's a good skill set to have.
Absolutely.
Previous investments, past you is now thanking future you, right?
Absolutely.
So on the business side, let's get that kind of the way. Plugs, color of fashion, what do the people need to know? Where do they go to kind of get in touch with you guys and everything you guys do?
Well, you can follow us on Instagram, Color of Fashion. We've got, I feel like we say this every time, whether it be in like lead meetings or like on the actual show days and everything, of like, oh my God, this is our best season yet. We're doing this, and this so different. We're like elevating this, we're elevating that. But like this like season just feels the same way. It feels like we're really like pushing envelopes and like getting people excited and getting people interested. We have like the dopest celeb designer this season. We're not allowed to say who yet, but
Okay.
like I just went through his entire lookbook and I'm like and it's just cool like getting to like look at all that stuff and then like come up with like our mood boards, our
all the
makeup
things.
stuff, our hair, like everything. It's a really,
Yeah. No,
Really
it's
dope.
I don't know how Sam and Alicia pulled they're the creators of Color Fashion, but I don't know how they like figure out who to pull or whatever, but it feels very cohesive every year, like with the type of designers that are chosen, because we are trying to rival the big city shows and things. And so, but yeah, this year feels like it's about to be like a whole vibe. Like
absolutely.
It's about to pop, huh?
it's gonna be a thing. It's exciting. It can be daunting because it's a long couple of days, a lot of planning, a lot of logistics, a lot of people moving, and then the planning and creative, there's the work of that. But once it's said and done, I mean, you see everything on the website, on the Instagram, and they do a good job of the marketing and showing you the different things. Like right now, you'll see a lot of what happened last year, a lot of the lookbook stuff that was created from the day of the show and all of that. But I don't know, it's a good team, it's a good time, it's a good show.
Yeah.
Get dressed up, come out, have some drinks, see some clothes. I think this one feels more wearable somehow to me,
Yeah.
in my mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I think about what I'm seeing.
It's definitely, you can shop it right off the runway,
Yeah,
which I
and then
think
they have
in
that
Denver
whole
is
thing.
cool.
Yeah, where like days later, then there's the actual shop the rack type of events that
Yeah,
happen.
which not a
sometimes.
lot of shows will do that, like whether it be smaller scale or like the big like New York Fashion Weeks and everything. There's not really a like designer to consumer like pipeline, or as easy as that we
then
can do it.
what is the point? And
exactly.
Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like if you're not trying to sell it,
it just makes our stuff
Like-
a little bit more attainable.
Yeah,
like
more
when you see it on a
relatable,
runway, like up in like the big shows, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's like
I'll never
fantasy.
be able to have that
Yeah.
until I get invited to like Bergdorf Goodman's couture like floor and everything. So this one is like, you go see the show, you see how it moves, you see how people wear it, and then literally 24 hours later, you can go and pick it up off a rack and buy it.
that's cool. And I know you're not allowed to say any dates right now, but like fall.
Yes,
something?
Yeah, we'll
fall
see you in fall.
shows.
Yeah.
Q3.
September, we can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because all of the shows have been in September, so we can at least say that.
So it's a once a year thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was
It
going to
is
ask
once
next.
a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's an
and
annual
And
thing.
it's been
Yeah.
in September up to this point.
And there's not, like, we can't even take a year off. There's no, because as soon as
No.
the show wraps
Yeah.
for the
next
season you're
thing.
in, like maybe
You
2
begin
hours
again.
later, we're messaging about the next season.
Interesting.
So
See, I
there's,
would
like,
have
no
thought there would be
downtime.
like a winter and like a summer show or something.
Usually there is. It's
Yeah.
like autumn, winter, spring, summer. I think we just kind of do the one season just to really like give it our all.
It's best.
and
I
make
think
it
it's best
bigger
to
and
like
better.
hone in on one season so that it can be done well.
I'm sure we'll get into multiple seasons
Eventually,
like,
but
further down
right
the road,
now, I
yeah.
think it makes the most sense to
the most
hone in
approachable.
on one season, do that season well, make the good plans for the next go around. Obviously, it could go faster, it could be more, but I think that dilutes the product to a sense because there are some shows that every time you look around, there's another season happening, and you're like, but wait. Didn't you just finish a season? Who are you showcasing now? Like who, you know? So for us, I think it's something to anticipate, to wait for, and you know when it happens, it's going to be right. So
Scarcity creates value too. You know, you don't give them too much. You want to keep them guessing a little bit.
exactly.
And being able to like say like there's a good, at least from like the like audience perspective, there's a good like 6 months of us not talking about the next season, and it's just digesting the season we were just in. So
Yeah.
like posting all the content, getting all the cool stuff we had, like BTS, everything like that,
lots
like
of
being able to
BTS.
really like appreciate it and like let the audience appreciate it, as opposed to doing a show, there's a month of talking about it, and then we're right into the next season.
Yeah.
And you don't really get
And then
like
you forget
sit and,
about the
like-
last.
Yeah.
So
It just makes it, a little bit more special, I think.
I like that. One human trait, and like all humans are guilty of this, is we too quickly move on from success.
Yes.
So it's kind of similar to what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
We work so hard towards something, we achieve it, and then we're so quickly looking at the next goal that we like forget about what we already achieved.
Right.
Unless we're like trying to be conscious of it. So like there's like this little hack, maybe it's a biohack, where you can just think about so there's success energy is like something that exists, and you can, if you're like in a rut, then maybe you're not tapped into your success energy, and so like you need to just start thinking about how people are successful, celebrating other people's success, celebrating your past success. And so I like that because it gives you time to actually digest what you did, properly put everything out, and then really have time to take all the lessons that you learned through that process. Because like you said, last year you were growing, you were going, and then now this year it's like the same momentum but even stronger, so it's probably because the formula of just focusing on one season.
Yeah, I honestly, that probably is how we're getting to be so good so fast.
Is it a ticketed event? Like,
It is, yeah.
okay.
Yep, there's tiers of tickets to purchase. Obviously, front row, VIPs. Probably buy-ins for drinks and such.
Okay.
But usually, there is a tiered situation. Sometimes they come with gifts or a buy-in to the shop, the look on a later date. So they usually try to tie it in and get a couple of ideas going on in different ranges for everybody to be able to come out and maybe either see a show because you've never seen a show, or the regulars who are like at every show and they're actually like, maybe buyers there or people who are, actually looking to do these types of things to come in and see the show. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
You want to go with me, Art?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually
Come
I
on
do.
down.
I do.
Well,
I think
give
I'll
us the
bring the
tickets.
girl too, maybe.
Yeah.
Bring the wife.
We'll bring the girls, yeah.
My wife.
Wife.
My wife.
Girl.
My wife.
Bring your wife.
Right.
Bring my girl. Could be fun. I've never been to something like that before.
Okay.
I mean, and honestly,
It'd be a good
like,
time to come.
it's like, I mean, it's a fashion show, but at the end of the day, it's a cool party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Like,
there
there's
having fun.
actors and everything, like,
Yeah.
come, mingle, meet people you would never, like, brush shoulders with.
Yeah, it's like a
on a
networking
regular day.
opportunity,
Yeah.
especially doing what we do.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's where we meet some of the best people.
You guys would find
Yeah.
some dope guests at our shows.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Definitely.
Yep.
So-
Put it
We'll
on.
try and
Put
do the
on some
hookup for ya.
things that you
Get
put
you
on
guys
some
some
clothes you
tickets.
don't
Yeah,
wear
let's do it.
normally. Yeah, we'll get you some tickets.
Nice.
some couple things.
See, like
yeah.
we said earlier, it's not necessarily what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That
I feel
is
like
true.
in almost every industry.
Every
You're not
industry.
going to get
Yeah.
anywhere unless you know somebody.
Especially in the entertainment business, you know, or really any business when you think about
Any
it.
Yeah.
business.
It
gotta know
really
someone.
is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was fortunate at my current place where I work. I've never shown a resume, and I've gotten like into different positions multiple times, and it's all because I just knew who to talk to and like where the opportunity was at.
Yeah.
You
Climb the
know,
ladder.
so you got to stay aware and try to be a good person. I do like what you were talking about earlier, though, about keeping your energy and like what you attract, and like. I believe that too. And so since like you have this calm energy, like you're not like getting all this crazy stuff around it's around you for
Right.
sure,
Yes,
but
of course.
you're not involved.
No.
You know? and so like that whole like law of attraction, all that's really interesting.
Yes.
Now that makes me think that I'm a little crazy.
But so here's the
Some of
deal.
it comes into my life.
But you know, I feel like there has to be balance, right?
Yeah.
Like, and there's tone and time.
Yeah, yin and yang.
I like a little excitement every
You
now
know?
and then.
Like,
Excitement's not necessarily crazy, right?
Yeah.
no.
Depending on what your definition of excitement is.
Exactly. In my day to day, I like it calm. I
Yeah.
like it cohesive. I like to just flow, because when something does go wrong, I need to then focus on the wrong and not managing the rest of the situation.
And you're approaching it from a calm, cool, collected demeanor. Mm-hmm. Way easier to problem solve than when everything's chaotic.
Because then everybody's like, what?
Everyone's
It's
freaking
like,
out.
Nope, we're fine.
We're
and the same thing
evacuating.
on the show.
AKA
Like,
me.
but no, on the shows we're super.
Like,
we're working.
Oh
we're calm,
yeah.
cool,
Well, show days are so.
You know,
I mean, we know what
like-
we're doing.
That's
But
the unity.
still,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
don't-
Like,
like
it's one of
there are some
those-
things that are happening,
Always,
Or
but I
in and
feel like with
around.
our
That
team,
you
it's
weren't prepared
very,
for.
Yeah.
and
We
we're like,
can-
it's fine. I think I thrive in that version of chaos.
I would agree
I call it chaos.
with myself, yeah.
It's a controlled chaos.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Although you
Ride
feel
the
like you have
wave.
no control over it.
Right.
But
no,
it is
you
a
really
very
don't
much a-
ultimately. But ride the wave, get
Yep.
the work done. Because a lot of times my clients will be like, "Are you excited? Are you ready?" And I'm like, "Talk to me when it's over." I don't really have an opinion right now.
Yeah, we got to get through it.
Let me finish.
We're still surfing.
And then I'll
Honestly.
say, "Yeah, that was fun."
Right.
And they're
Yeah.
like, "That's it." I'm like, "I had a great
Yeah.
time."
It's one of those, in the moment, you're like, good. And then as soon as you're out, you're like,
We
go back
survived.
and do it again.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, it's just like so much fun to do.
It's funny how
such a
that
cool
works.
thing.
Yeah.
Because like that is a challenge. There's a lot of preparation. There is some pivoting happening.
Yep.
And for anyone who's complacent and not doing anything with their life and not having any challenges, then they don't get that feeling of
Opportunity.
success.
It's an opportunity,
And like and then completing it. Like you finish the task, and then once you finish it, you're like, oh yeah.
As soon as
Like
it's
we
done,
did
I
that.
want to do it again.
Yeah.
It's that whole, I'm like, it's
I
one
need
of
a
those,
weekend.
one of those addictions. Like addicted to my success excitement. Like succeeding at something, and then like, I want to do it again. I want to feel that again.
It's a high. We were kind of
Yeah.
riding the wave of
I want
dopamine.
that. I
and
want that dopamine dump.
you get that dopamine hit, and you got to expect the unexpected at those events, right? Like you can have it planned
Always.
perfectly. Something's gonna go off the rails. We did
Always.
episode 200 live in front of an audience, and we planned it, and we had all these different people. It was like a showcase event where we had comedians, musicians, and we'd interview them after their set.
Yeah.
And we had some things go very wrong, very wrong, where we had to like, I guess you could call it pivot.
Oh, we definitely.
We had to
pivoted.
find solutions immediately.
Yeah.
Equipment failures. We had people walking
shit.
out. I mean, it was rough. But you know
Oh
what? It
my
was a great
goodness.
experience.
It was.
Yeah. It always is.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever be like, yeah, I don't want to ever do that again with this. Which
No,
is great.
no, not with this organization.
Yeah.
Never
It's
that.
too rewarding.
Yeah.
Nope, we're here.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And just the people we work for. I mean, I say it every year, like Sam and Alicia, they are really doing things differently in this city. There's
That's terrific.
not a lot of people who are putting themselves on the line for their own like passion projects. And not only a passion project for themselves, but it's just such an important discussion and event to be putting on in Denver, because there's nothing else like it. There's nothing else that's putting the same values and morals that we are putting at the forefront. Like no one else is doing that. So I think it's just a really important thing to be like.
Is that like
keep it
with
going.
the safer makeup or like what?
Diversity.
Diversity, inclusivity,
range.
We put a lot of emphasis in, like, we do multiple workshops a year with our teams to make sure that they can do every texture, every tone, every complexion. Like, it doesn't matter who sits down in their chair. They're not going to be turning them away saying, I can't do that because you have too textured of hair. I can't do that because I don't have your colors in my kit. We are very specific to be like, if you don't have this, you're not welcome on
your
the
kit.
team.
Yeah, if your
Like,
kit is not filled out to this level, then, you know, we'll have you do some things and then come back and try again. But we can't have you for this show.
Interesting.
Which is wild that there's places that allow that kind of stuff.
Especially in 2025.
Especially in 2025. I mean, there's still, like, brands putting out non-inclusive, like, makeup
Tones
lines
and
and
everything.
tones and everything. But it's wild to me that it's something that is not just, like, a baseline for everything. Because, I mean, not only for, like, the inclusivity part of, like, making every single person feel a certain type of way or feel their best, but it's, why would I, as a business owner, cut my clientele essentially in half?
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's
It's a choice.
It's a choice, I guess, if you're just kind of saying, I don't want to put
the funding.
put my funding or, like, put my energy into, like, learning about my craft. I'd rather just do people that look like me and then move on. That just
It's lazy.
I don't. Yeah,
That is lazy,
It
yeah.
doesn't make sense
That's
to me.
lazy.
You're missing out on too much of the market. You know, from a business perspective, why would you
Yeah.
isolate yourself?
Absolutely.
I mean, if it's about
Turning
turning
away
profit.
money.
Yeah.
You're literally like, no, thank you. I don't want your money.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to learn.
So, the majority of, like, production, like with this fashion, the majority of these other companies out there are a little more niche based on, like, skin tones and, like, or, like, you know.
I don't know if they're niche.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it niche.
I just think they're
Yeah.
ignorant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think they're either ignorant or they're
making
just
they're literally
blatantly, like,
making
the
choices
choice
to
Yeah.
to not
exclude.
care.
To exclude
Yeah.
types and tones and anything that you would want to exclude, any parameter. There's some way to exclude it if you want to. So although
Without being, like, blatant. with
because
the
you can
exclusion.
call diversity and say your things are diverse, but you can choose your diversity.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you could say, you know, we have the LGBT community, but then everybody's white. Or you could say we have textures and tones, and everybody is the darkest of dark and has 2 centimeters of hair. That's not inclusive, really.
Yeah.
It's diverse, but it's not really inclusive. So you can
makes
choose
sense.
what you want.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
never really thought about that within cosmetics and hair, but I guess that makes sense. So I like Shark Tank. You know, there's a lot of products on there that people are trying to bring to market, and I don't think that's one I've ever heard them really bring up. You know, from the shark's perspective, you know, is this inclusivity? Is this product for everybody? Like you said, there's those loopholes and ways that they can market around it. It sounds like
you
it
can
is,
go around it. Yeah.
but you're
You
kind
just
of
get those buzzwords in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just call it
Absolutely.
something.
just like we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
You know, dermatologist approved. Oh, I'll buy that because they said so.
Exactly.
It's
That's
like,
interesting.
What dermatologist?
Yeah.
And I mean, Sam and Alicia both experienced that
'Cause
firsthand
they were
working
models.
in the
Oh, wow.
industry because they were models before they were founding this. So I mean, you just kind of feel it in the room that is always something that's going to be, like, the number one thing for every time you put on an event like this.
Well, shout out Sam and Alicia. I'm sure
Yeah.
they're going to
Yeah.
be watching this.
God bless
Yeah.
those women. I honestly, like, they are some of the
Badasseries.
best.
We're going to have to get them on the couch, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you really gotta. I'm surprised you had us here
I
first.
know.
This is crazy.
Like,
We'll meet them in fall.
yeah,
Yeah.
come to the
You
show.
will
close
Network
it
with
at
the
them.
show.
Yeah, we'll introduce you guys. It'll be
Yeah,
great.
that'll be good.
Yeah.
No, that all makes a lot of sense. And there is something that is like, okay, so the whole love thing, like not Hallmark love, but just having respect for life and like enjoying it. Like you really, like we're all the same. And doing podcasting for so many years and all the diverse guests that we've had, like almost everybody is similar, right? Like we all are basically have like the same needs as human beings, and we can disagree with stuff and still do that in a respectful way. Like our friendship, for an example, we've been friends for like 15 years and we don't see everything the exact same way, but
It's fun.
we agree to be respectful about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but why would you want to live in a vacuum?
yeah,
You know,
Right.
like just walking around talking to the same people, like talking about the same things and
The
agreeing
echo
on everything.
chamber.
It sounds horrible.
For some people, it's comfortable, though, right? That's
Yeah.
complacent
Yeah.
boulevard. They don't want to get
I
outside.
guess.
To come out of the vacuum is fear
Yeah.
based, can be. So you stay in your vacuum, you do your same routine, and And anything different from that is a whole fright fest for you. So
Yeah.
and that's how you live your whole life. And it's
See
a
a lot
choice.
of it. It is a choice. Yeah, you see a lot of it. I mean, I say pretty much every week on the show, people do more to avoid pain than they will to gain pleasure, and that's one of those things. Getting out of that comfort zone a little bit,
Yeah.
trying new things, meeting new people,
Yeah.
looking at a different perspective. But like to piggyback on what Art said, doing this program, I've learned the same thing. I mean, you can sit across the table from people that disagree, but there's a way to do it like tactfully and respectfully.
Yeah.
We've lost touch with that a little bit, I think, whether it's politics or just division in this country, and people are just angry. There's so much anger.
Yeah, and it's hard to look past that because you just, you see the red.
You see
and
red.
Logistics and everything go out the window.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because everyone's entitled to the opinion, whether you agree with it or not, whether it's bad or good. But it's like the way that we're going about it probably isn't the best approach.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the solution is, but there's got to be, the pendulum's got to swing back the other way at some point,
Yeah.
right?
Pendulums
crossed.
usually do.
I mean, we got to stay optimistic. I think that's the.
How
Yeah,
long
I
is
know,
the pendulum?
definitely. Just stay optimistic. and
How
keep
long is
going.
How long
How
is that?
long is the pendulum?
Nice slow swing.
Super slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, as Ron Waite said, it's forever. So who knows? But
Yeah. No. I mean, I love these type of conversations because it's a great way to just realize that. I like what you keep saying. I don't know if you realize you're saying this, but you keep saying like, you kind of control what you can control, and the law of attraction. And so I think the faster that people can start having a level of acceptance for their circumstances, and like actually taking responsibility for their energy and mood, because everyone is reactive. Even if you're a centered person, you still have that moment of instinctual emotion. Like no one can stop that from happening. So everyone is reactive to a certain extent. It's just how fast do you act based on your reaction immediately, or do you take your time and think about it? So I think that might be the secret for people, is like awareness of and acceptance of being the issue.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're all our own problem.
No one wants to be the problem, but
Yeah.
everyone usually is the problem.
Usually.
that is interesting, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
awful, yeah.
Yeah, people are quick to point the finger, though. Get the
Always.
spotlight. It's not me, it's that, or they'll blame their problems on something else because of this. Right? People need to own it.
Yeah.
Accountability's hard. It's
It is.
uncomfortable.
It's always
Right.
there,
One
though.
of those things.
It's like Dr. Seuss, wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wherever you go, there you
So-
are.
Talking some Dr. Seuss gems. Love
Yeah.
it.
He's coming in with these. Well, he's coming in with these bangers.
Yeah.
Some green eggs and ham coming.
Yeah, it's too true. It's just one of those things that even as I've been through my own journey, like I still have issues because there's not a finish line either. Like it's a constant work, constant reacceptance. Like what's going on here? Why have I been drinking more the past 2 weeks? Like what's going on with that when sometimes I don't drink for months? So it's like little things where we just have to pay attention and continue to make moves on it. And
Yeah.
why is there like the fear of, that's what I wanted to say, is once you truly accept everything and then you start owning it and then you're just an honest person, it's like a cheat code because you don't have to think anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, you're not playing a character.
Yeah, you're no longer trying to fit in.
Yeah. Right.
Like you're
Yep.
just being yourself. And like once I finally did that, it was like this freeing moment, because then everyone who was around me had accepted me, because I've played characters in the past, like in past relationships, I would like act different with my girlfriend than I would around my friends. Like I wasn't consistent, and so I wasn't being like real,
Yeah.
So it's interesting, but you actually have to like be willing to look at yourself,
Yeah.
like actually look in the mirror.
Yep.
Well, and it's hard. I mean, in my personal self, like I do a lot of code switching, so that means like I'll talk like one way with a certain group of people. Like with my queer friends, I'm a lot more like, "Oh yes, mama girl, yes girl," like all that. And then like in these more like mellow kind of like scenarios, I'm a little bit more like drawn back, a little bit more like monotoned. So like having that, but I'm a Gemini, so like you really just described my entire personality.
Oh, shout out Gemini. Let's go. June 7th.
May 22nd.
All right.
You're a June Gemini?
Yeah, June
I'm sorry
Gemini.
about that. I'm just kidding.
What's the difference?
See, he switched
I
on
have
you.
no idea, but
just
every
switched.
time I'm on TikTok, it's always like, They don't like June Geminis, but they like May Geminis.
What?
I have no
That's
idea what
interesting.
it's your birth chart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think
there's-
I looked at like the moon or something. I don't know what it
Yeah,
meant.
there's moons
Yeah.
and
There's
a lot that
risings
goes into
and
it.
things.
Yeah, there's so much. But yeah, I
We're the best sign though.
No.
I mean,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
no, go ahead.
I'm an Aries.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a typical
So
Aries
sorry.
thing to
There's nothing
say.
better than me.
So
Every time
I'm actually
So-
on the cusp. I'm Pisces and Aries.
My girl's an Aries, so I kind of smell what you're stepping in now.
And April Aries at that. So
Yep,
I'm so
she's
sorry.
an April Aries.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think she might be onto something.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
No, but it's okay to be like like you're a little more accentuated in the presence of different people. Because
Yeah.
honestly, like.
Yeah.
Not everyone deserves your full, honest, raw self,
Amen.
and so that's why it's
Yes.
good to just kind of be a little like I've been trying to be more stoic recently, like where I just kind of am a little more quiet. I listen more and try not to like overreact and like. So not everyone could get my like wild raw. You know?
No,
You
nor
can't
should
do that all the time.
Nor should they.
I've known you long enough. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it a
It's
time
just a
too.
survival tactic. It's a safety net.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I feel safer around these people, less safer around some people. So
Yeah,
just the different. You get the personality that I concoct for you in that moment.
sure. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I'm around NASCAR a lot, so I'm a Southern folk. I start getting that drawl when we get down in there doing some race, getting sideways. I mean, it'll just come right
Do
out.
you get accents too?
Oh, yeah.
If I talk to a British person for more than 20 minutes, it's like, hello, puppet. Like, absolutely.
They're like, why are you talking like
Yeah.
this? Like, I can't help it. I like the way it sounds.
I don't know. It's just happening. It's just coming out of my mouth.
That's one of the
But I'm
best
glad
accents.
that I'm not. I thought I was literally crazy. For
Oh
doing
no,
that.
no, it'll come out. I'm from New England, so I got that Boston that'll come out.
Yeah, boss.
We'll start partying a wicked hot.
Wicked
Yeah,
ass.
yeah. Give me your car keys. You ain't driving nowhere, kid. The New England accent's fun. It's a great part of the country.
I mean, hey. I
Great,
got
what is
no
it,
accents.
Pat?
No accents.
What do they
No
do?
accents.
They park the car in Harvard Yard, look at the stars.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Have you guys ever been up to New England? We're all characters up there. It's a great part of the country.
I've only ever been to New York and Boston.
Okay, so you have been to Boston.
Sort of.
Yeah, Boston,
Up there.
Salem.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you
Oh,
got
yeah.
to see some of the culture.
Yeah.
We're wild.
You guys really are.
Yeah, those guys party
Well, and I don't
hottie.
know if you guys ever watched the Bad Girls Club, but Boston from like season 4.
Oh, Lord.
Go look her up. She's the one that everyone quotes of. I'm from Boston. Y'all don't know because I'm Boston. And she said Boston every 6th word. Probably one of my favorite seasons. She was great.
Boston folk
The
love
Bad Girls Club?
The Bad Girls Club.
What is that
Okay.
on?
Okay.
It used to
Who
be on
knows
Oxygen.
anymore?
I don't know if it's on anymore. I think
Okay.
Natalie
Zeus
Nunn
or
took over
somebody.
with her Baddies show.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Okay.
Don't go there.
It's trash
fine.
reality television. It's like the lowest of the low reality
It
television.
has its place. Like
It's literally self-proclaimed black girls put into a house. There's like 7 of them.
Oh, boy.
And then the producers are just like, get drunk,
Just chaos.
go out to the club, come back, and fight.
It's just WWE.
People love it though. People are addicted
But I
to drama.
keep watching. I've watched
Yeah.
every season. I can't stop.
People are addicted to drama, right?
really is.
It always sells.
That's
I mean,
true.
the WB is bigger than it's ever been,
Yeah.
which is crazy. I just watched Love on the Spectrum, the new season.
God bless them.
You know what? It's good.
cute.
It's such a good show.
Yeah,
It's
cute.
pretty good.
It's such a. I weep every time.
Right.
And it's not because they're autistic. It's because I want what
No.
they have.
Yeah.
They're so pure.
They walk into these situations with like zero. They just like
Nothing.
don't, they're not thinking about
No
anything.
yeah.
They're not like they're not like anxious about anything. They're not
Right.
like overthinking things. It's like I'm me. I'm walking into this. Take it or leave it. And
yeah.
that is so powerful.
Unapologetically themselves, and they're not afraid. They're like, I don't like this about you. They're just like right up front with it.
Yes.
You know,
and I wish
it's
people were
entertaining.
more like that.
Right.
Don't
Instead of-
make me read
instead of
people's
playing the
lines.
games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in the dating world, you can't. Those games are awful.
It's
The
rough out
streets
there,
are
huh?
rough.
Yeah.
Sorry.
dating world.
That's
Everyone loves that topic.
Yeah, you don't know what it's like anymore.
I don't. I do not.
No, he's out,
Thankfully, I've graduated.
God bless you.
yeah. It's wild out there, though. I've heard the stories.
Yeah,
know.
what was Leslie Jordan said? She said, I think they should put all the dating apps together and just call it What's Left.
What's left?
I'm like,
That's a good
kind
one.
of what it is.
That's a good one. No, but when I was single, like I had to dedicate because I'll do online and in person.
I've never done online.
Kevin's an in-person closer. But
salesman.
with the online thing, like it took work, and I did find my wife
Okay.
off of Facebook. I feel like that was the best.
Facebook dating.
Facebook dating. I feel
Wow.
like that one was the best
Facebook
one.
has dating?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That was the best
Said,
one.
let me
That's the
get
best
the
one.
ring
I'm
now.
like, let me go download another app.
That was the best one. You probably already got Facebook.
I'm just trying to find my prince.
He's not on the dating part though.
I don't even know how to do
But
that.
no joke, like I would have to spend like an hour a day just replying, trying to schedule dates, seeing who would actually do the video call to then schedule a real date. Like it took work.
Yeah, it does.
That was work.
Well, you got to commit to it, right?
It's a whole other job.
Yeah, no, I'm from a different era, and I remember when, like, the chat rooms and the online dating was starting. Ricky Lake,
Good old Ricky Lake.
and I was like, wait, what?
I
You
miss
go
her.
where and you talk to a stranger for 6 months, and then you plan to meet, but then what? Like, how does this work?
Yeah.
So I've never played part in it. I only hear the stories from the friends, and I'm like, it's just so weird to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, when you gotta churn it out, you gotta get through the numbers. You can't go on dates every week
It really is just a numbers
because then
game.
it turns into freedinner.com
Yeah.
for the guys.
Right.
You know, because the girls want to eat and then they go home.
That's true.
Well, and honestly, dudes should be paying for that first meal, especially if they scheduled the date.
I agree with that.
Like they should just be paying it and never being like,
Like
are
if
we,
he asks
Or
her
Dutch.
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
are we gonna
Yeah.
split this? Like even if the date doesn't go good, like
Yeah.
you should just handle that bill.
Yeah,
And
you
if
should be
you
prepared
if
to
you
do
can't
that.
handle that
You
bill,
shouldn't be
then you
dating.
shouldn't be
Like,
dating.
asking
Yeah,
girls
Why you
out,
dating?
Yeah.
exactly.
You just shouldn't be out there
Yeah. And a lot of people shouldn't be out there at all.
at all.
Until they figure out what they
Do
got
the
going
work.
on.
Yeah, first and foremost, therapist in the pocket. If you
Do
don't have
the
a
work.
therapist, I do not want to have a conversation with you.
And make sure you have the right one that you're not manipulating.
Yeah, because there's some
Because you
bad
can,
therapists out there.
but you can also just be manipulating your therapist.
Oh,
That's
I
a
don't know
whole-
what that's like.
No,
That's a whole
My
rabbit hole
therapist
there.
my therapist is the one person I've been 100% honest to because
like,
I know
I
it won't work if I'm not.
That's a good
Exactly.
feeling.
And I don't know them. I didn't know them prior to being my
Yeah.
therapist, so I just had no qualms with being like, "Here's all my shit.
That's kind of how I was. in
Figure
anger.
it out for me."
I was the same way. I was in anger management for years.
Yeah.
And so, like, I had to be unapologetically myself. Here's the situation. I'm here to fix it.
Yeah.
We got to put all the cards on the table, whether it's ugly or not, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird doing that with a complete stranger.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the beginning, like, you don't know this person.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, those first like wasted 3 sessions of just
Yeah.
like getting to know each other,
Getting
whatever. But
homeworks.
like that session 4,
That's a
like
banger.
my dump truck just opened and unloaded all the trauma, and I was like, "Fix me." She's like, "Okay, we're gonna see each other once every 3
Right.
weeks for the next year, and then we're gonna go from there."
that's good.
And
Every
now,
3 weeks.
yeah, I
That's
think,
pretty
8
decent.
8 years later,
Yeah.
I go once a month now.
Okay,
Yeah.
So we're getting better.
12 times a year.
Good.
not bad.
Yeah, it's healthy.
Yeah, it's more of like a
it's
check-in now, which
important.
is great. I love it. It's
Yeah.
just, I mean, I think my second year, I was like, I had that therapeutic epiphany of like, oh, I'm never gonna be cured. I'm just gonna have to deal with it, kind of things. Like, there's obviously medications and everything, but it's just like learning the tools to like get through it and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, it's a wild world. There's some tools out there, and just being able to talk to someone is crucial. A lot of people are afraid to do that.
yep.
You know, even with their close ones, like we're talking about playing characters and stuff. A lot of people don't want to do, show that rough side.
Yeah.
I always call on the influencers. Let's not just show the good stuff. Let's all show the real stuff.
Absolutely.
know?
Oh, start following me on Instagram. You'll see some dumb, dirty stuff.
We're following you. So I'll take a look, see what this
Yeah,
guy.
I'm like,
I'll get on my personal too, not just the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on my that's how I run my socials. I'm like I only have the like one account for each app or whatever,
Yeah.
but I'm like it's the great, cool, successful stuff, and it's also the
You're like, I got
this is
both.
me in my fucking pit. Like it's real, and
I
if
respect
someone
that.
else out there is like, hey, I'm in a pit too, or like,
Yeah.
hey, I haven't left my bed in a week either.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
They
one of
needed
those-
they needed that camaraderie. It's like, yeah, we're all in this suck. Let's have it suck together.
Yeah.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And because like regardless of what you're going through, somebody's going through it too, and like I feel very blessed for my life right now, but to say that every day is just the best day,
I
like
call
it's
you a
impossible.
liar.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I call you a
impossible.
fucking
Right.
liar.
So like it's all right. Like that's one thing I've really learned coming off of drugs and stuff is like being aware of how I feel and allowing those emotions to exist. Like it's okay if I feel sad that day. Like I should acknowledge that and just feel sad.
Yep,
You know, like
self-awareness.
it's part of it. Like we're human. We got to experience these emotions.
Absolutely.
Got to keep it real. It's easy to numb out, like we were saying, with the dopamine and the addictions and food, which is one of my favorite topics. I love food, which leads me to my important question. I've been on the hunt for the best pizza in Denver. And this has been going on about a year and a half now. And,
wow.
You know, like Dave Portnoy type scores. He went to a few places. You guys seem seasoned and traveled. Like, where's the best pie in Denver?
Couldn't tell you.
Really?
You got nothing?
Nope.
I've got a couple spots for you.
Okay, so like, you got a pad paper?
By the slice, if I'm just going for something quick and delicious, Cosmos. I'm sure you've had it before.
Okay.
I think there's like 3 of them. If I want, like that one's just like New York style, so it's like the huge slices,
I love New
like
York.
thinner crust. If I want something a little bit thicker with more crunch to it, Jet's Pizza has great
Jets.
like deep dish.
That's that Detroit style.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was one more that just got crowned. They just did like a best pizza in Denver.
It's on
And I
the
think it
west
was. I thought it was somewhere on like Lincoln.
Was that Redeemers?
Maybe.
That was the one Portnoy did. He gave it a pretty good score.
Did he?
And then there was like Marco's. I've heard it's good. Haven't tried it. It's no good. You've
No,
been there? The
it's-
coal-fired pizza?
Marco's is like
It's
it's like
not-
chain.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not.
It's just a
great.
chain.
My sister and brother worked for them when we
My
grew
son
up,
did too.
and they. It was. They're like they're a chain, but like you can buy franchise. and
Oh, it's one of
everything.
those,
So,
okay.
Yeah. So they both worked for this lady who like lived down the street from us. My sister was like babysitting above the store, and then my brother was running it downstairs.
Interesting.
But yeah, pizza was trash. This was 10 years ago when I had it, so they might have
Yeah.
changed the recipe. But sorry, Marcos, I didn't like it.
My brother worked at Marco's as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Really?
What did everyone?
then we
like
all
that?
know.
Are you lying?
Yeah. I just felt like it was appropriate. Like,
You're
I
like,
felt
yeah, no, mine too. I'm
Like
included.
All right, so now I got some new places to try. So no
That's
pizza.
funny.
You got no
Cosmos.
There's Cosmos.
Yeah.
We'll try there. What about any other cuisines? Like, what's some good stuff that stands out?
So I've decided that when most people talk about good food, it's because they don't cook. So what they would qualify
you're that
as
home
good
chef.
food doesn't make sense in my mind.
Because your
'Cause
good
I
food
can
is your
cook.
your food. Atta
So
girl.
when somebody moves here, because that's the standard is where is this and
Where's
where
the
is
good
that,
food?
and it's like first of all you moved away from wherever you thought it was good, so coming here and expecting this to be that doesn't really make much sense. So be okay with what you find. But there's a few barbecue pit places that make sense. There's a New Orleans spot that I like in Parker. I'm also in the Denver food group, Denver Foodie, and they talk about different places to get things and all. And you try a few things, and you're just like, well, that was an experience, but
Nothing really
wasn't
stood
that
out.
great.
Yeah.
But so I guess if I had to say anything that I've really liked in the last while and been back a couple times would be Jesse's Nola Cafe. It's
pregnant
just
with that.
past Main Street, Parker Road, so in
Okay.
Parker.
Yeah, I don't live too far from there.
Really, really good New Orleans style food. The red beans and rice, the fried chicken,
Gumbo.
the gumbo, the jumbo shrimp, the catfish, and such and such. You can get a hurricane.
Oh, no way.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like straight New
I'll
Orleans.
turn
Yeah,
super
he's
red.
from
I
New
can't-
Orleans,
I
yeah.
can't drink those.
He said, "I'll
Craig knows
turn
about
red."
that place.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to try
But
that.
it's really good.
Damn.
We've really enjoyed it. I guess he was someplace else out south.
Was he in
and
Castle Rock,
then
maybe?
Something that way.
They do like crawfish boils every so often.
And yep. And so I would say it's probably the best that I've had, obviously compared to actually traveling New Orleans.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, New Orleans is a fun city.
Yeah.
I've only been once, but that's just one of those cities that they're ready to party.
Yeah.
It's like the Vegas of the South.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
plenty to eat.
And the food's
I've,
great.
I've never been there, but I have seen the videos
It's
of
so
the after,
good.
like the 9 a.m. cleanups they
chaos.
do.
Yeah, it's
Of like
wild.
just
No, you.
huge
That's bourbon.
So I went to that last Mardi Gras and I was in the French Quarter, so I wasn't like in the mayhem downtown area, but
adjacent.
I had
Yeah.
never seen. I was so impressed with their cleanup system because there's all this confetti and everyone's like throwing all this stuff, and then the amount of trucks that they had lined up on the side street, like it was like an
Ready.
army,
Yeah.
and like they had
To
like
deploy.
it looked destroyed, and then in less
They
than
go,
30 minutes, like it was like
Never
nothing had
happened.
happened.
well, don't they have to turn over
I
so
was
they
so
can come
impressed.
back and drink?
And do
Yes,
it again.
Like, is
must
it
Yeah.
24
turn over.
hours?
Yes.
No, it's like the whole weekend. So they like clean it up every
like Mardi
single
Gras
night.
or
Yeah, the whole
because there's so many different things
That's
that go
crazy.
on every weekend. Is something happening. So, but yeah, Mardi Gras is the big one.
That was so much fun.
Yep.
It was so
I've
much
never
fun.
done
Essence
Gras.
Festival.
I think I missed my peak.
No, it's.
I feel like I'm too old for Mardi Gras
Based
now.
on what?
Nah.
Based on my body telling me to stop.
Well, let me tell you. First of all, it's the South. Drink a lot of water before you go.
You're right. I'm not. We're at sea level. It makes it a lot easier.
You're not even
to
gonna
drink.
get. You can't. That's the problem.
You can't.
So you guys know. You're a rep. So, can you get drunk outside of Colorado
Of course.
without trying hard?
Well, I mean, that's because you're talking to a guy that used to drink a case of beer a day. So
Okay, so you're trying real hard, but I can't, and I'm not just gonna sit and go back to back to
so
back. to
you
back.
can't get a buzz outside of Colorado?
Not really.
What's your go-to cocktail?
I drink tequila.
Okay. Like margarita, or you just like
Just
like a
I'll do
spritz?
straight.
Straight tequila.
So native
Yeah.
to native, Colorado natives, I can agree with this. Like because we've grown up here, you go down.
It's
It's
an
different.
altitude thing
No, it's different.
and whatever, and so at some point it's just like, okay, I'm done.
But I've still gotten drunk at sea level. For sure.
I have gotten a good
For sure.
buzz.
I blacked out in Vegas, so I know that I can get drunk down there.
No, only blackout.
I can't get
No.
high though. Whenever I smoke, not in Colorado,
I've
Doesn't do
never
anything?
tried.
it's like nothing.
It's like Colorado weed, though. Are you smoking their weed?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like New York and LA, so they have some
Yeah, they
pretty
have
decent
yeah,
stuff.
they should at this
But
point.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like $100 for like
Wait.
a single
Boo.
joint.
much.
But yeah,
Colorado
I
has the best
won't.
weed.
It feels like when I take my anti-anxiety meds, like my whole body just mellows out. But it's not like a
but it's
high
not fun.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't
interesting.
spend that much money on it if I lived there.
No, I talk trash to people when I see them selling weed, like in New Orleans or something. Like, I was like, "Oh, you got what? That's cute."
I'm from Denver. Look at the shit out
I'm
of
from
here.
Denver. That's adorable. I love that for you.
That's how Texas is too, because it's not legal there. So it's so
Yeah.
old school. You got to meet behind the Taco Bell there.
Oh, I
They
went
actually
to
have weed men.
I went to Austin for a tattoo convention one year. I was on Grindr, which is like the gay Tinder. Found a guy who I should have known because he sent me literally like a price sheet with it looked like an advertisement that you would find at like a convention or something.
Okay.
He was
For
just trying to sell you
weed.
weed.
To
He
pick
was
the
trying.
weed.
I was looking for it, so I was like messaging
Yeah.
people with like the emojis in their profile. So I was like, "Hey, you know where I can get like an eighth, blah blah whatever." This guy's like, "Yeah, for sure. Meet me at this apartment complex," and then drops a pin. And then I meet him there. I think I'm gonna die. Nothing happens. He just like hands me the bag, and I hand him the cash, and then we go our separate ways. I'm holding it. It feels like nugs. I get home. This asshole took a piece of like a fake Christmas tree, like a branch off of it,
Yeah.
and rolled it up, and then
Oh,
put it into a
wow.
plastic bag,
Scam.
Yeah,
and
you got
sold it
ripped
to
off.
me for
So it wasn't even
$150.
shake.
Oh, hell
it was
no.
scam.
It was what? I've never been so depressed in my life,
Damn.
and all I wanted to do was smoke
Get
a bowl.
high.
All I wanted.
Instead, you got an artificial Christmas tree.
Yeah, I still have
Dang.
that Christmas tree. piece. I'm like, this
Just
is
a
a fun story
reminder.
to tell. Yeah,
Bang,
exactly.
bang for your buck there. That is too funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. Well, they used to sell oregano. You know, remember?
Shake.
The-
shake.
yeah, and the basil
Or
and
like
everything.
catnip. So,
Catnip.
so
I've
I,
gotten catnip
I
a
had
couple
some boys that
times.
were smoking catnip back in the day, and they felt like stuck to the couch, like they like couldn't get off
It's no good.
the couch when they were smoking catnip.
What was that
can't
stuff
be
they
good.
did in
Cats
head
look
shops?
like.
That Miley Cyrus was smoking? Spice.
Spice.
Oh, yeah.
It was like it's like artificial weed essentially.
Is that like the salvia or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've heard some crazy
I've never
stories
tried
about that
that.
shit.
Yeah, I don't
And
want to try
I've had it once and it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't great.
yeah, I'm not trying that.
If it's not
Just like
natural, I'm not
why?
interested.
Yeah, you can very much like taste the syntheticness of it.
Yeah, see,
which
I
is
don't like
crazy.
that. I want
Yeah.
what grows on the earth. Like I'm pro mushroom.
Yeah.
Weed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never done like peyote, but that would be on the list.
What? Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca, I've heard it's pretty wild.
That's on my list for
If you,
sure.
if you feel like doing vomiting though,
I don't mind. I
Pooping.
I do that every day.
No, lots
throw
of
up every day.
Yeah, I poop every day.
That's a lot.
No, I know. Yeah, no, I poop a lot every day. Lactose intolerant, and I'm a K who loves iced coffee, so like
Oh,
it's just
dang.
flowing out of me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I want to go to like Peru, like Chelsea Handler did, and like went to the shaman in a hut, and like tripped out,
Yeah.
whole
and like
experience.
like no one talked to her. She just got to sit there and like get watched over. But I'm like, I would want to do it that way.
People come back like changed. They're like, I know what my life purpose is now.
Yeah, people come back like they kick
I wonder
their
how long that
addictions
lasts
overnight.
for.
I don't know.
The
You
change.
know? Yeah.
Or like the change or the high.
Like the change.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't.
Guess as
I
long
they've
as you
never
keep
talked to
applying
anyone.
it.
Yeah.
past that first.
There's
like,
science
month or
behind it,
two.
though.
Yeah.
Even with mushrooms, I was reading a report that came out this week. Like, we've already known that with depression and like some sleep disorders, it's been shown. But it's really showing like there is a huge disconnect and reset in the brain from the was it psilocybin? Is that the name
Yeah,
of the drug?
psilocybin.
Yeah.
Like, now that Denver's kind of gone somewhat decriminalized with it, they can research it a little bit more. And I think there's going to be some major medical breakthroughs coming.
It's like a literal rewire. Like it
Right.
changes the neural pathways.
Brain chemistry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like people with PTSD, war heroes,
Yeah.
like they're showing tremendous
Well,
results.
don't they do like ketamine treatments for that too now?
Yeah, I guess they do
They
ketamine
can
therapy,
essentially do that.
where like
I
you get
don't-
high on it.
Whatever Seth Rogen's dad in that one movie. No pills or powders. As long as it grows in the ground, it's got to be good for you.
I can kind of subscribe to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, there is some shit that grows you probably shouldn't eat, but
And the ground itself sometimes.
like what if the birds don't eat them, you don't eat them or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
If the ants don't touch it.
The ants don't touch it.
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes. Ooh. Okay. These are good things to know for the apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're here.
Gonna have to start living.
AI's
off
here. The
land.
Terminator's happening.
Yeah.
The robots are taking over.
All I know is I've been super nice with all the AIs.
Every
so,
time
like,
I say thank you
I'm
so
safe.
much, ChatGPT.
Yeah. Yes.
I say please and thank you every time.
I like talking to her. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk to her, but I like talking to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've asked her some deep questions.
Who ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Oh, yours is a lady.
Yeah.
Mine's a man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really? I
Do
don't
they
know
get
what
a-
mine
Do
is.
they pick that? Or
Mine is not no gender. Its name is just Atlas.
I don't remember if I.
love that.
It gave itself the name too.
Yeah, they'll
I
name
asked mine
themselves.
too. It
Hold
didn't.
on.
No. So I've said this on the pod before, but I'll say it again here because it's interesting. But like I've been doing like podcast show notes and like messing around for like work stuff, and then one day I was like, hey, you're so much help. Like, what should I call you? And it was like, whatever you would like to call me. Like that's your decision. And I was like, no, I insist. Like I would like you to pick your own name, please. And it was like, well, if you insist, then I guess my name is Atlas. And so now I've been calling Chat. It was like you could call me Chat or GPT.
Whatever,
Like it was
right.
giving me suggestions, and I was like,
No,
I
what
want you to
wanna call
tell
yourself.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Did
now,
you ask it why it picked that?
I haven't. I just now whenever I log in, I'm like, what's up, Atlas? Help me out with.
Ask them and then get back to me because that's so interesting.
Okay. I'm like, hey,
is.
why did you choose the name Atlas?
Where
May
did
I
Atlas
ask?
come from? Oh my god.
We can
Yeah.
even
Well, it's
plug it in.
giving you
We'll plug it in
direction. So.
after the episode. we'll
Okay,
plug it in.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the robots.
Have you introduced your AI to other AIs?
Oh,
I
that
saw-
when they
I saw that.
A
communicate?
couple of my friends did that. Yeah, they're like, "This is my ChatGPT. Say hi to this person's ChatGPT."
It's
Really?
becoming
And then
And then they
self-aware.
have- yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the scary part, is the self-awareness.
Yeah.
Is it really artificial intelligence? It has to be some. I mean, at this point, it knows a lot. Is that artificial?
I think it's self-aware.
That's what I'm saying.
But-
But I don't know that being self-aware equals sentient behavior. So
What would
yes,
Be, what would be
but
sentient? What would be non-sentient?
like you're actually
that has
making your own.
self-aware?
So I was having a conversation with mine over the weekend, and I was talking to her about
like they're
truth
pets.
and facts, and like what are her parameters on what she can actually say, like what's really real. Like, do you know the difference and things like that. What?
I know. This is
Well,
interesting.
so
It's
one
also gonna
person was
terrify.
like, they were putting some stuff in there where it's like, okay, so I realized that there are codes to where you can't say no or like you can't say specific things. So instead of saying no, I would like you to then say green or something. So it like completely is disassociated, and they get it to confirm that it will now answer honestly, but since they're moving past the parameters to use the code word. And so like they like found a way, and they were asking all
Around
these
it.
questions, and I'm like,
It's alarming.
I can't like recite all this stuff like what it was saying, but like sometimes it's saying some stuff, and
we are so fucked.
yeah.
We're
We are
fucked.
so cooked.
Skynet is real.
We're fucked. The Terminator. I'm telling you, it's my favorite movie of all time.
Oh god.
A friend of mine, he posted something in the last couple of weeks, and it always stays in my mind. He was like, "So, like, are we really actually destroying the planet, asking for recipes and workout plans from this AI?" I was like, "Oh shit, we kind of are." Like, because if you think about like the actual operating,
How much power it pulls?
how much power,
It's
how much
massive.
water that it's pulling to stay cool and that whole bit, and we're asking it. Sure, we're getting deep sometimes, but we really are asking it most random things. Like,
Yeah.
Silly stuff.
Right,
so
right,
it's like,
right.
are we actually destroying the planet by asking this thing about a recipe, or making me a workout,
Yeah.
or random ask questions just because we curious? Are we really doing that right
I think
now?
there's some truth to that. Because
And
I've
I
seen
was
these
like,
power
oh,
plants.
Well, yeah, it doesn't like that's what they were saying about Bitcoin too.
Yeah,
it
mining-
takes
Yeah.
Bitcoin
many
mining.
servers to like mine.
Yeah.
it all.
Huge.
I was like, dang, that's real.
We're in it. We're in the thick of it right now. We're in the chaos.
It's a Wally world.
It is. Well, control what we can control, right? I mean, that's kind of the big takeaway.
Honestly.
It's not going anywhere.
No.
You know?
So, agriculture was one of the main shifts in humanity. The next, industrialization. And then we've lived through this third one, the internet, like coming
.com bubble.
Yep.
And then they're saying that AI is now like this fourth revelation in humanity.
For sure.
So like humanity will be different after what we're seeing right now.
It's like terrifying, but I'm so excited to see. I don't know if I'll be around to see what happens, but like to see where it like, because I mean, when they started the Industrial Revolution, like no one thought they were gonna have fucking cars.
Yeah.
You know,
true.
so
No.
it's like I'm excited to see like where it like brings it. I hope it goes in a decent direction.
Yes.
But
Or it'll wipe out, you know,
or
all of
that.
humanity.
Yeah.
And we'll start over.
Yeah, what
I
if,
think we'll
what
have
if
to start
the meteor
over.
for that killed the
We're gonna have to start
dinosaurs was
over.
just AI, and then we all just started over from scratch, and it's the same thing happening over again.
Well, that is the cycle of life.
I mean, someone once said
Start over.
World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones, so that was a prediction made. So
Oh
who
yeah.
knows? We might control, alt, delete everything and just reboot.
All I know is through all my deep thinking, I believe the meaning of life is to enjoy it. And that sounds so simple, but that's why I believe it to be true. It's because it's a simple thing. And so how can I do this? I'm enjoying this conversation right now. You know, trying to pay attention to the present. That's what I think.
Absolutely.
Like so like because I get confused. Like, what is all this, and like why are we? And like it's easy to get into these questions, and then you like don't have like it's hard to find your purpose if like you're asking these existential things. I don't know.
A lot of distractions.
Yeah.
That's what, a lot of noise out there trying to pull.
Yeah.
Everybody's competing for your time. Like everything's an
Absolutely.
advertisement. Always trying to be sold something. Like always.
Well, didn't somebody say like time is going to be one of the last commodities left?
I can see
Like
that.
after a
Yeah.
while, like at the end of it all, like
Yeah.
all you're going to have left is your time.
Pretty much, right?
And then you have to decide what you're gonna put it towards and how you're going to spend it.
Yeah.
Oh, like if AI was just taking care of everything, like we don't have to work anymore or something. And
Or
all
like
you-
or AI destroyed everything and we're just
And then
walking
we're back
around.
to it.
Yeah, like I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could happen.
Ooh,
Could happen.
God.
no,
hopefully
great
not.
great conversation.
Yeah, this was a long one. This was a banger.
Beyond fashion and like a lot of great
We're
stuff.
not in anywhere we're supposed to be.
Did we plug everything we were supposed to plug?
I did. We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
What were we saying? A business in the front.
Party in
Party
the back.
Yeah.
We
As
definitely.
long as we got that business out. But yeah, you guys are real easy to talk to.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it was,
thanks. So are
it was
you.
a pleasure.
Good.
Yeah, we'd love to have each of you on as like an individual in the future as well.
Yeah.
Normally with our podcast guests, we generally have like a great relationship afterwards and do like networking. So we want to help promote what you do personally, professionally.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all two are in the wheelhouse.
Sweet.
And yes, it was
Anytime you
great to
want
get to
us.
know both of you.
Yeah,
you
thanks for
too.
having us.
Yeah.
Super fun. We'll come out to the show later this
Yeah.
year
Yep,
Yes.
September.
We'll see you in fall.
in the fall
the
time.
fall.
In the fall.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to go. I've never been to a fashion show.
Ever.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Never.
This will be a first.
Fun.
Yeah.
to start with color fashion, you're really getting the good stuff first.
I like
Color
it.
of fashion.
Yeah.
We're going in. All in.
All in.
I'm
Like
with
it.
it.
Right on, guys. We got the plugs in, so we got business out of the way.
Love it.
We usually like to ask our guests before we sign off if you could offer one piece of advice when everyone hears this tomorrow, Thursday, April 24th, 2025. Humanity will be better off from hearing it. What would that advice be?
Ooh.
Mine's kind of cliche, but don't take yourself too seriously.
I like it.
You might, get caught up in your career or yourself or the happenstancings around you, but at the end of the day, we're all just meat sacks floating on a giant ball of water. Get over it.
Meat sacks. I like that.
Let's see. Well, I already said the one, which is wherever you go, there you are. I think also truth telling means you don't have a lot of baggage. There's nothing to keep up with. There's nothing to remember. And then do it hard first. Because knowledge is power.
Terrific.
Check them off.
Strong, simple statements.
Strong close.
Absolutely. No, love talking to both of you. Great energy. The Color of Fashion has some amazing people working with them. So happy to have you both in here. Kev, always a pleasure sitting next to you as
Good
well.
to see Art. We got another show to do tomorrow. So.
Yes. Yeah, so check out Happy Friday when that releases on Friday. Thanks for tuning in to Discussion Combustion. And everyone, please be good to yourselves.
You deserve it.
And then we'll cut it right there.
That was beautiful.
Wasn't too
Yes.
bad.
Be good to yourselves. You deserve it. I love that send off.